Have you ever wondered what downtown New Orleans would be like in a wheelchair? This video is going to answer that question for you. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Ken Edmonds, and on this channel I share tips and tricks to help people overcome challenges they encounter. Here's today's video. We're headed down Canal Street toward the Mississippi River. We had just come from our hotel. We walked down Dauphine about 3 blocks. And Dauphine was definitely not a wheelchair-friendly street. There were places where you couldn't, there wasn't cutouts on the corners to get down. You'd have to go back a distance to find like a driveway ramp and then get down on the street. Once we're on Canal Street, there were 2 things that really stood out as far as challenges when it came to walking. One of them was, you can see that the sidewalk slants. It's to keep water running out into the street. But if you're pushing a manual wheelchair, it also means that you're constantly fighting, trying to keep up on the sidewalk. Elsewise, the sidewalk just naturally pushes you down towards the street. Now, going along here, we'll take a quick look in a restaurant and a store. Now, just to make the story interesting, we'd been better off if we'd have eaten here, but we had been told there was a really nice restaurant over in the French Market area, which is the other side of the French Quarter from where we were. So we thought we'd go try it out. There's a streetcar, and we'll actually ride a streetcar a little bit later. They were very accessible, proved an easy way to get around. For right now, though, we're just going to walk down Canal Street. It gives you a pretty good feel. Okay, we're coming into an area here that's very close to where we would board the ship, and the hotel, in fact, was probably only 8 or 9 blocks from where we would board the ship. We're headed over towards a mall that's called Riverwalk. And we're not going to go in the mall. I have video of it, but it's just like every other shopping mall. But I did want you to get a feel for, again, what it's like in this area to navigate around in a wheelchair. As we go along, again, brick pavers or cobblestones are the primary paving in this area, which make it rough. It's not so bad when they're all there and they're fairly level. We did find, as we were going along Canal Street, quite a few of them missing. There's a ramp over here. We're going to head down to the right. And one other thing of note in this area, there is a place where you can get like an evening cruise or a day cruise on a sternwheeler, and you can see the sternwheeler there. As you can, and we'll get a couple of looks at it as we go by. You'll see in just a minute on the left, we had some video of a barge headed down the Mississippi. The railing's kind of in the way. My wife was doing the filming. You can see it there. Get a little bit of a close-up of it. Just kind of interesting being down by the river. There's the paddle wheeler. You got a close-up look at it. And there's the Riverwalk Mall, which actually spans across the top of the cruise terminal. We're on board a trolley car now, and we're headed over toward the French Market area. Not the French Quarter, but the French Market. It's kind of a shopping and dining district. There's some of the same entertainment as is in the French Quarter. We just wanted to explore a little bit. And the trolley was an interesting choice for a way to get over there. It was farther than I wanted to push my wife's wheelchair. And you can see we're traveling along here. You've got the river's right there on our right. You'll have some opportunities to see the river. There's a levee there that kind of obscures it a lot. But there'll be areas where you'll be able to see, for example, this area right here, you can see a dock that sticks out. And then the other side of it, you can start to get a sight of the river off in the distance there. We thought that the trolley car was a nice way to get over here. It was very comfortable. It was easy to board. There's another shot of that. We stopped here for let some passengers on and off. So there's just another little piece of video of that area, and you get a better look at the river. and then we picked up, we're headed out again. The question of the day is, have you ever sailed out of New Orleans? Do me a favor. I need you to put the answer in the comments down below. And that would be the pattern. We'd start and stop several times along the way. But all the way to the French market area, we wound up, basically following right along the edge of the river, and had some nice views. If you're in New Orleans, I would say that this is, and you have some time to kill, that this was quite pleasant. You'll see now they're getting ready to unload my wife off of the trolley car. They had, very nicely set up. The attendant on the car was very helpful. In fact, you'll see somebody pull up in a minute, waiting to get on. So they get to get a lot of practice with helping people that travel in wheelchairs. And like I said, it would have handled at least a small scooter easily as well. My wife get her safety strap undone. Now we're in what's called the French market area, and it's, I don't want to say it's like the French Quarter, but architecture-wise and some of the challenges are the same. We're walking down the street, just full of little shops. We had come over here with the intention of going to a specific restaurant that somebody had suggested to us as being a really good choice. The one thing that nobody bothered to tell us is that the restaurants in this area don't open till 5 o'clock. We had gotten up real early in the morning and flown down, and so we were pretty tired, and we were just kind of looking for a place to eat by the time we got here. And that's why I said it would have been a better choice to have gone ahead and stayed over by the hotel. We wound up eating at a hot dog stand, and you can see it up here in just a second. I'll get a little better view. But this is, like I said, was kind of what this area is like. It's maybe a little bit on the seedy side. French Quarter would be that way too. Not that corner building, but that building right there with the colors was on the corner, was where we had the hot dog, and it was a good hot dog. The meal was good. We enjoyed it. It just wasn't what I had in mind when I came down to this area. Like I said, we had a restaurant recommendation in mind. We're going to head now back out of this area toward the hotel. The one thing I would say is that in that area, there were lots of bars that were open. You could get a drink, but you couldn't get food in them. And it was, like I said, it was an interesting area to visit. This is the New Orleans Jazz Museum. And as we're going along here, the sidewalk where we are right now is paved, and so it's nice, or I should say it's concrete, so it's nice and smooth. And you can see we're going to come up here on the entrance, and this gives you an idea of the kinds of challenges that you face as you're traveling in this part of New Orleans with a wheelchair, because we're going to go from being concrete to individual pavers. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, you'll need to hit the subscribe button, and it's best to hit the little notify icon as well, so that way you get notified when new videos show up on our channel. We'll see you next time.